Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm just going to do a video to show you how I do my apex placement. So first off, I'm just showing you my bead pickup. So I'm in the monomer, drain one side of the bead and into my powder for roughly 3 seconds, and then I'm going to place it onto the nail and pat that into position. I'm using CJP size 10 brush. I'm using their Master Monomer and CJP birthday suit for this. So I'm just always going to start off at the free edge. Sometimes I do one bead, but for me I just get that better kind of better shape when I start at the free edge and work my way down towards the cuticle area. So I'm just really trying to refine the shape for this. I've squeezed my forms so we're going for like the mini stiletto to match with the rest of my nails. And then I'm just going to carry on, like I've left this all in real time as well so that you can see exactly how I work and the way I position and maneuver my brush. So once I'm happy with that and patted it all even, I will go ahead and grab another bead. So I'm going into the monomer, scraping one side of my brush, going into my powder for around 3, tapping off the excess, and then I'm just going to apply this at the cuticle area. I'm just going to place this onto the nail and I'm going to pat it into position. So I'm showing you here basically that in that area you can see it's rather flat. So I'm just going to carry on and build that until I'm quite happy with how the apex is looking as it is. You can see with your eye that that area is too thin because you can literally see through the acrylic and you can see the form. So I'm just going to apply another bead of acrylic and I'm just going to brush that up one side of the nail. I'm going to flip over the nail and blend it up. So we're always pushing that product towards the middle. That is where you want your stress area to be, because that is where you're more than likely to occur breakages, especially if you're sculpting and you want that join to be really secure. So now I'm just showing you again. I'm just going to apply another little bead at that cuticle area to blend that, to make that a really nice shape. So now I'm showing you that slope goes really nicely. It goes from cuticle area, goes to a high point around that join, and then tapers off. And if you're doing this on longer nails, then you do need to move that apex back. It's like, sorry about Poppy. It's like when you balance a rule on a table, think about where you want your weight to be positioned. So now the acrylic has gone matte, I'm just going to pinch that to give that a real nice C curve. All my stuff away and I'm just taking I'm screwing the lid back on my powder. I'm just going to take my pinching tool, just tap it. You make sure you get that really high pitched sound, and then I'm going to remove my form, which you always want to do downwards, don't ever pull it upwards. And then I'm just showing you the profile of how that nail looks now. This is obviously before we've done any filing. Just seeing the profile, the length, it is quite short, but I want them short, I want them to match the rest of my nails, and I'm just showing you with my brush at that again. So you want your cuticle area to be flush, you want it to come to a height in the center of the nail, coming from a build up from the cuticle area, and then you want it to taper off at your free edge. Then I'm going to take my Heyyy portable drill, and I'm just going to file and contour over that nail, and then I'm going to take my hand file and perfect that shape. So when I'm done with that, I'm just going to take my hand file and I'm just going to go up the sidewalls first. Sidewalls, your shape, and then I'm going to contour over the entire surface of the nail. I do also show you where I position my file around that cuticle area to get it nice and flush. Now I'm just showing you again with my cuticle, scrape a bit, so you want it flush at the cuticle, you want it to come to a height. This is where your apex start, right at that slope, and then you want it to taper off. The longer you have your nails, the more apex you will need. You know, think of if you're putting a ruler on the edge of the table, you want more of the weight on the table, so you want more of that weight on your nail near the cuticle area than you do on the tip, because then if you do it too high, once your nail starts to grow out, it's going to be top heavy, and that's going to be quite painful if you catch that, or that is what's going to create lifting, because there's not enough balance there to support that nail. So now I'm just going to finish off with a really simple bit of sugaring just to finish this video, so it's not just ending on a plain nail. I hope it's helped somebody or anybody. I'm not saying this is the correct way or this is the way you should do it. I'm just saying this is the way I do it and it works for me. I just like to try and help people. So if this has helped you, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, then I would love it if you would subscribe. That is the finished arc, and as always, finish with cuticle, and I'll see you all again in my next one. I love you all. Take care. Bye.